Well, hello again everybody, this is DearMamaSal with my second attempt at the Big Boss fryer, or no fat fryer. Today I've got two solidly frozen pork chops. Now I know I had ribs yesterday, but it's just like they were the next thing out of my freezer and I'm trying to use up stuff from my freezer. You can probably see solidly frozen together. And I have decided to have a mushroom filled with peppers and carrots and also some leeks. So let's see how this goes. It looks incredibly healthy to me. I obviously won't eat both the pork chops. I'll have one today and then have one to put in with rice or something during the week. Before I forget, I should just mention I have put at the bottom today some foil, because I actually want to collect some of those juices. Not the fat obviously, but I would like to collect some of the juices because I want to know that in future, if I wanted to, I could siphon those off and make gravy, because you know I'm a big gravy fan. So this is all from watching the videos. I see that that's a lot of people. Two things. Number one, it's a lot easier to clean, just lift the foil up and rinse it off than it is to clean the whole big thing if necessary. When you can just wipe the whole bowl, even less cleanup. So it's all experimentation. It looks like some sort of thing out of outer space, doesn't it? Well, it's now 4:50. What I've done is I've put this extender section on because I realized that the vegetables were cooking far too quickly, and of course they were right very close to the element, and the pork is defrosting at this time. And so let's see how that goes. What I'm going to do is once the vegetables are soft, I'm probably going to take those out and just keep them warm, and then I'm going to lift the pork up and crisp it up. It's all the big experiment, people. There is no absolute right way, I'm sure of that now. So with just under half the time to go, I've just split the pork chops, so I think they're going to take a little bit longer. The veggies are doing very nicely, so now I'm just going to turn on my toaster oven, because I'm going to take those out in a little while and just keep them warm. But they certainly look like they're cooking very nicely and healthily, if I might say so. Alright, so the timer went off. It's 5:03 now. The timer went off, and I've put it back in for another 15 minutes. Not sure if it'll take that. I've moved the vegetables out and put them in my little convection oven, my baby one, so they're just keeping warm. And now we're going to crisp up the pork chops themselves. So, and all the juices are being captured there at the bottom. Now, one of the things that I saw in one of the videos was it's a really nice idea to put some apricot jam on them. So I'm going to see if I've got any in the fridge. I think I have. So just before I finish these, when I add the apple, I'm also going to put some apricot jam and then sear that to the pork chop. I've got a feeling that's going to taste pretty good. By the way, the two tea towels, just a little bit split apart, make a perfect resting place for the lid of this thing, which is hot, and obviously I don't want to put that straight onto my stovetop. But I just want to let you know that does work really well if you don't want to spend the money to get one of those official things that they sell as an add-on. Alright, so I just basted now with a mixture. I had about 2 teaspoons, I guess, of apricot jam. So I add a little bit of plum sauce, a little bit of plum sauce, and a couple of shakes of soy sauce. So that's what I've used as a marinade. I've put it on this top side. It smells good, actually. And I did it just as see the fat on the outside of that is just starting to brown. So that means that it's probably getting quite a good internal temperature to it now. So that's why I thought I would add that on at this point. Now I'm going to leave it there until it sort of crusts on, and it just about attaches itself, adheres itself actually to the pork, and then I'm going to turn it over and do the other side the same way. Hopefully that will work. We will see. Just while I think about it, I could have probably got another 2 or 3 pork chops in here without any problem at all. So if you're cooking for 5 or 6, it would definitely have taken that. And then you could have put whatever you like underneath it as well, or you could do 10 without too much problem. Just so you get an idea of how much, this thing takes in terms of volume. I was thinking it'd be quite a nice thing to almost have on the table, because you could take it and have it cooking on the table while you're busy in the kitchen cooking 16 other things using your oven. I'm pretty lucky. I have a double oven anyway, which I bought more as an investment for the house than I did for the fact that I wanted to use it. And I have an infrared grill in here. So I really didn't need to have an infrared grill in my repertoire, but I was pretty sure a lot of you would want me to play with this. And from some of the comments that I've got, I think I called it right. So it's browning quite nicely now, isn't it? We'll let it do a little more. So as you can see, they're bubbling quite nicely. And looking good. So now I'm going to turn them over and baste the other side. Just grab hold of my tongs here. Now obviously, because it's convection, they will continue to cook the underside as well. And this is all one-handed, so just bear with me here. Imagine. I'm going to baste that and then I'll show you. So here we go. This is now basted. I'm going to put the top back on again. And here she goes again. Now it's going to sort of spend a little while finding out whether or not it's got enough heat in there. And if it hasn't, it'll start the halogen up again. Obviously, it's going to take a little while just to get used to the cooking times involved. Oh, you know what I was going to add? The apple. Let me go get that. So all I did was I cored and sliced a gala apple. I like it because of the colour of the gala. So I thought it would look pretty. And I've always liked pork and apple together. That's my British background, I guess. So now we're just going to crisp those up and see what happens. Keep your fingers crossed. I will turn these apples over once they start to brown, which I think will be fairly quickly. So here's my meal. I've actually cut the big mushroom in half, in quarters, because it really is quite a lot. And I look at the size of that pork chop and I realized I really don't need it all. I've got a second meal ready for during the week, and then I'm going to keep this half of the mushroom because I'm making some rice tomorrow, and I'm going to add what is left here along with some other vegetables in with the rice tomorrow. So one big mushroom will last me quite a while. I'm about to go and eat, but while I do that, what it tells me to do, and you'll remember I did this yesterday, is to set it onto its wash cycle. I've added some water in there. So it's just going to clean the grill bits. And over here, I thought I'd show you, this is how much fat came off just those 2 pork chops. It's already beginning to congeal. Let me get that into a better light for you. Do you see that? All this is already beginning to congeal, and these are the juices. So, wow, makes you realize really you don't think about it. Now, I did hear somebody say if you can't afford to get one of these particular ovens, you could do much the same thing, you know, with a toaster oven and have a drip tray underneath it and let, you know, all the drips do that, which is great. The question is, does it dry it out? And I haven't opened this one up yet. I hope it's cooked. I'm pretty sure it is. Let me just double check it. Quite honestly, I couldn't ask for it to be any better done than that. So it is just beautifully done, and I'm hoping that it will be beautifully tasting as well. Beautiful tasting as well. This is DearMamaSal saying, second experiment, second happiness is me until such time as I taste it. I'm pretty sure it'll taste great. Bye for now.